Hello to all. So we are here at trustedlocksmithla.com. We just recently launched this website, and by the end of this video, you will see how we properly optimize the homepage with all the different SEO elements involved. So I am here in Dreamweaver, where we create our HTML codes and our design page. I do have my view under have code and have design. That way I could see how the final look like, and I could play with my coding as well. First thing you want to do is you want to decide your primary keyword. In this instance, we decided to go with Locksmith Los Angeles as our primary keyword. And once we have our primary keyword, we will then choose our sub-keywords. In this instance, our sub-keywords are residential, commercial, and even the word security, which is right over here. And now that we have our primary keyword and sub-keywords, we are ready to move forward with creating this page, which is already created, but I will explain to you the elements involved. The first thing we're going to do is look at our primary keyword, and we now want to put what's called our H1 tag. That's right, you're going to put H tags. It kind of gives that keyword authority over the page, and it lets the search engines know, hey, this is what this page is all about. Okay, so it gives one little extra hint, extra juice. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight Locksmith Los Angeles. I'm going to go to my coding side. I'm going to take this P away. I'm going to do H1. I'm going to close it. As you will see, it automatically generated the ending. So I'm going to cut this part and I'm going to paste it over here. And now you will see that it kind of became big. Because it's my H1 tag, so it automatically makes it bigger, makes it stand out and kind of bold, but it's the coding behind it, so it's not just how it looks over here, it's the fact that we place an H1 tag on it. As you go H2, H3, H4, the size will go down on this as well, and we will take a look at that. So now that we got our H1 tag out the way, now we can proceed with the actual content. For those who have heard of the saying, content is king, that is true. But we all know that original content is king. So make sure that your content is original. You can run it through Copyscape to make sure that it is. And once you've done that, and as you're writing your content, one thing to keep in mind is what's called keyword density. Keyword density is the percentage used of your keyword throughout the article. So for example, if your keyword is locksmith and your article is 100 keywords and you've written locksmith down 10 times, your keyword density for locksmith is 10%. Okay? But what you want to do is you want to keep your keyword density at around 3%. And that's including also your sub keywords. You want to use the word locksmith Los Angeles about 3% of the time throughout the article. You want to use your sub keywords such as residential, commercial, and security throughout your article. You just don't want to use it way too much because that becomes spam. And this is why you want to keep what's called your keyword density, give or take, at around 3%. We are here at this website called live-keyword-analysis. And this is a website that detects what your keyword density is. So keyword 1, we put in Locksmith Los Angeles. We copied and pasted all the text. And it basically came back with a 1.8 keyword density for the word Locksmith Los Angeles. How ninja is that? Yep, pretty cool. Now, even though I did tell you around 3% is where you want to be, 1.8% is still okay because I know that I've used the word locksmith in Los Angeles in a lot of different ways, such as locksmith in Los Angeles and so whatnot. So because I've utilized it in other ways, I'm still okay because it's not just one keyword. There are multiple keywords that we could put, such as residential and commercial. But this is a great tool to use over here called live-keyword-analysis.com if you want to know where your keyword density lies within your article. Great tool to use. And we are back to Dreamweaver. Next thing on our page that we integrated was a YouTube video, and you will see the YouTube coding right over here. And as we all know, YouTube is pretty much number 2, which is same thing as Google, and a lot of videos are going to be even displayed more in search engines now through Google. They're becoming even stronger. So putting a video on your page that's also optimized, and if we go to the front end, you will see that I have this video optimized for Locksmith Los Angeles. So it all correlates with one another. It gives it an identity and authority that yes, this page is all about Locksmith Los Angeles. And yes, we are back to Dreamweaver, where we just covered our video section. Scroll down a little bit more. You will see a header that's bolded with a little section with bullet points. Couple things. First off, I did not make this into an H tag. Why? It's very simple. It's because you want to have a good amount of content in between the H tags. If you don't, it's pretty spammy. So make sure you put enough amount of content in between your H tags. So if we scroll up, you will see that we only have a couple of sentences over here, and we have one video. It just doesn't feel enough for me. So for this, I just made it bold to highlight it. Still use some keywords in there. And then I did a bunch of quick bullet point things that I can talk about. Bullets are great to use. Why? Because it's very readable, so it's user friendly, and search engines love it. The easier you make it for a person to read what you're trying to show them, the more SEO friendly it will be. So definitely use bullet points throughout your content. And we will scroll a little bit further down now. And we have our second H tag. And of course, for our second H tag, we will make it H2 because it kind of says this is the second one in line that has authority and what is relevant. You will see that we use Locksmith Los Angeles, but we also use other keywords in there. So don't make your H2 tag the same as your H1 tag. If we scroll down over here, we made this our H3 tag. Okay. Same thing. We even expanded into a longer tail keyword, and we use different variety. You don't have to necessarily expand it, but don't keep it the same. Over here, we use the word residential and commercial. So we went from H1, Locksmith Los Angeles, H2, Locksmith Los Angeles and security services we offer. Number 3, our Locksmith Los Angeles and security services we offer for residential and commercial businesses or business. And that's really how you kind of utilize your H tags in a sense. Now there's no cookie cutter way that you always have to do it this style and this step, but these are the different elements that we used. Bullet points again makes it easy to read. And that's the elements that you should use if you want to optimize your page the right way. And over here we have another H3 tag. If we scroll down a little bit, we have our keyword, and it's also linked back to our home page, which is the same page. So you also want to try to integrate this because that's just one little extra juice that kind of tells Google, once again, this page is all about Locksmith Los Angeles. This is why I'm linking it back here. But as you will notice, I did not do this in the top of the page. I did it more towards the bottom because if we do it at the top, it may be a little bit spammy and Google doesn't like that. Okay, what you can do on the top, you could take it another step and you could take your keyword and you could make it italic. So it makes it stand out a little bit, right? Or you could do style and underline. So there's another thing we just did to it. It's almost the same thing like linking it without linking it. You're just making it stand out and you're letting Google know, or the search engines know, hey, this is what this page represents. Everything else around it represents Locksmith Los Angeles. So let's scroll back down over here to where we were. And if we scroll to the right, this is where we have our picture. That's right, this was our picture. If we go back to the site, we scroll down, here's our little picture. But it's not just a picture, it's an optimized picture. Back to Dreamweaver. Well, how is it optimized? It's optimized by the keyword that we called it for the file. And on the alt tag, we have locksmiths in Los Angeles. As you can see, we did a little variation. We didn't just do everything locksmith Los Angeles. Some things are locksmiths in Los Angeles. A little variety makes it look natural, organic. That's what you want. So you definitely want to have a picture in there. A video doesn't hurt. Use all these little things that we showed you. And we are going to top it off with a couple more things over here. Now, I don't use this for every page. Like I said, not everything is as cookie cutter. It has to make sense. But here's a couple more things that you could use that we did not do on this page, but on others, which is my last little juju that I do on this page. And this is mainly for inner pages. Since this was a home page, I did not do this. But for an inner page, what I would do is back to Locksmith Los Angeles. Same thing. Sometimes it's locksmith in Los Angeles. Sometimes it's commercial locksmith. You know, switch it up and switch what page it goes to. And so this is what you're going to do. You're going to link it to the home page of this website for this keyword. And throughout all these different inner pages, you could always end it at the bottom with a back to or something like that, that links to a different page throughout your website. Because that's what you want to do. You want to link pages together from inside your website and not just from outside to the inside, but even from the inside, have it all relate to one another. So before I let you go, I'm going to show you one more real life example on a website that we've worked on. It's called learnquickbooksfree.com. You will notice we have our H1 tag over here. We have our video over here. We have another H tag. We have our keywords utilized. We have our picture over here. We have more H tags, more content throughout. And honestly, even with this page, we could even go even more heavy on the content, more heavy on the SEO. But the reality of it is we don't need to. Why? Because if we go to QuickBooks, or Google, excuse me, and we type in Learn QuickBooks Free, we show up number 1, 2, and 3 for videos. What did I tell you guys about videos? That's right, videos do rank. Yep, see, same video. And number 1 spot. And we've been number 1 spot for this for over a year now. So this works. Utilize this. There's a lot more stuff you can do. However, what I showed you in this video, it should be good enough to get you ranking pretty nice. Of course, you got to do backlinks and a lot of other stuff at times, but this is how you do on-page properly utilize everything you can between your H tags, your videos, your keyword density. Use it or lose it.